So guys, today I'll be reviewing for you the newest flanker of my most favorite designer fragrance for women. And you've already heard me talking about this fragrance often, and the reason why I mention it so many times on my channel is because I find that L'Interdit by Givenchy is the best feminine fragrance that can be found on the designer market these days because it's the most recognizable and unique commercial perfume. And let me know if you agree with my opinion or not. But in today's video, I will be reviewing for you its newest version called L'Interdit Édition Millésime that I blind bought to review and compare to the Eau de Parfum for you. But before we get started with that, please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're new here, because if you like perfumes, I would love to have you back. And on that note, please keep on watching because all my details about these two fragrances are coming up. And welcome back to the designer fragrance review. And oh gosh, I haven't filmed those in a long time because, as you guys have already guessed, yes, shops in Germany are still closed. So in order for me to review for you new perfume, I need to blind buy it. And to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest blind buyer out there. Let me know how about you. But I won't lie, I was really intrigued by the newest version of my most favorite perfume, L'Interdit Édition Millésime. Let me know if I pronounce it half correctly or not, and feel free to correct my pronunciation in the commentary section. So on that note, guys, let's get started with our review. And before I tell you how the flanker of this fragrance that was released in 2021 smells, I just want to say a couple of words about the original fragrance. And I don't mean the one from back in the days that was created for Audrey Hepburn and was her signature scent, and it was forbidden for everyone else to wear L'Interdit. I mean the edition from 2018, with which I fell in love at first sniff. And in case you missed my entire review on it, feel free to check it out because many of you bought it because of me, and even my colleagues bought it because of me. And it's a phenomenal fragrance, and I find that the Eau de Parfum is so bright and authentic. It smells natural, it smells outstanding. It is really different from many other fragrances out there, although, you know, it doesn't have the most exciting bottle. I mean, like, it's sleek, it's chic, it's French. I like the thick glass, but other than that, it's not very eye-catching. So in order to find this fragrance, you really need to know that it's out there, or you need to be crazy like me and smell everything that is in the shop. So with that being said, to give you a brief description how it smells, it's actually a very lively, fruity fragrance with an amazing, almost juicy opening that reminds me of cherry and pad juice. But of course, this is mostly a floral fragrance because the heart of it is created out of intense flowers such as jasmine, tuberose, and orange blossom. In the base, there is patchouli, vetiver, a little bit of vanilla and amber accent. So it smells as if you sprinkle cherry juice on the luscious, exotic flowers that radiate their intoxicating scent into air. And with that being said, of course, I'm familiar with all the flankers of this fragrance, and although I don't hate them, they are not as impressive to me as Eau de Parfum. That's why I haven't purchased any of those, but I was really intrigued by L'Interdit Édition Millésime, and I will tell you why. But before we get into that, let's compare the bottles real quick. And the only difference is definitely this white label on the flanker. And I mean, like, I personally prefer when brands are a little bit more creative with their presentation. But whatever, I'm definitely about the inside than the outside, so let's dive into it. And the first thing that really stands out to me when I compare these two perfumes is that the notes breakdown of them is different. So in the flanker, we have no bergamot and pear. In the top, instead, there is bitter orange and ginger. Wow, right? It gets even better. So the heart is still created out of white flowers. There is tuberose and orange blossom from the Eau de Parfum, but they replaced jasmine with neroli, which was definitely plus point for me because I don't like jasmine in commercial fragrances because it seems to be very cheap and smells unpleasant on my skin, and I love neroli. But the main trigger why I bought it was definitely one of the base notes, which is not patchouli, vetiver and musk, but almond. They put the freaking almond into it, and I picture it in my head as this beautifully spicy white floral fragrance with beautiful sweet powderiness in the dry down. And do you know what I got? I sprayed it on and I was like, wait a minute, isn't it the Eau de Parfum version? Let me compare those two. Where's the difference? Okay, I thought, let's wait. And I waited and waited, and I was so excited for the note of almond. And maybe you can pick it up if you use your imagination hard enough. Doesn't matter how much I tried, I don't smell it. The only thing that's a little bit different in the flanker than in the original fragrance is the dustiness, so it's less juicy, it's more dusty, and that might come from ginger, which doesn't smell like sliced ginger roots, stimulating and zesty. Instead, it's like ginger powder in some tea bags. Not the note that I'm very much into, but other than that, I can tell you it's more diffusive than saturated Eau de Parfum version. It's like in between Eau de Parfum and Eau de Toilette, and I can tell Givenchy didn't pay much attention to this flanker, and there is not much effort that went into creating this perfume. And I personally wish I have seen sort of like a review on these two before blind buying it, because now I ended up with two identical fragrances in my collection. So in case you want to buy it from me or trade for something, and I've never done that with anything else, and although I don't hate it, look, this bottle is almost untouched, so contact me on my social media in case you're interested in it. And although it's my signature scent, I don't need two exact same fragrances in my collection. I wish I spent my money on something else that would be more exciting, and I wish this fragrance had a unique twist and that almond and ginger were more pronounced in here. But we have what we have. It's still a lovely fragrance from the L'Interdit line, and let me know if you're familiar with it and what do you think about it. Are you excited for this new flanker? Maybe you've already smelled it. Comment down below your thoughts, guys, and if you are interested in my reviews on other designer fragrances, then go ahead and let me know that. And if you enjoyed watching this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support my perfume content that I'm posting all over social media, then you can donate coffee, thanks to which I can buy new perfumes and review them for you, and of course some bubble tea that keeps me up. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and smell good. We'll see each other in the next one really soon. Bye, guys.